golden, baby, get me high. Touching me like lightning, yeah. Keeping it exciting. You know exactly what to do to blow my mind. You're from another planet. I've never felt like this. I don't know how I ever survived without it. I'm starry-eyed, got me upside down, spinning around you. Wanna taste the clouds, dance with the moon. Take a trip around your body. Boy, I love the way you got me. Starry-eyed, got me starry-eyed. This bed is Heart overhead, and I guess love to watch the way you made me into a mess. Hands on my dress, neon red. You were everything I didn't need until you left. Now I'm dancing around my living room. I get drunk on the thought of you and I, when you were mine. See your eyes in every stranger. I replay the way that we were till I'm high. No, it's not right. I miss you missing me like you used to, yeah, like you used to. I miss you kissing me like you used to, like only you do. You know the good things are never as good as the bad, and your love is better than anything I've ever had. Oh, I miss you missing me like you used to, yeah, like you used to. I know you're gone, and you probably just forgot me, yeah, you're moving on. But I can't let go, 'cause I'm still sleeping with the moments, lying with your ghost. Now I'm dancing around my living room. I get drunk on the thought of you and you're not mine. But I miss you missing me like you used to, yeah, like you used to. I miss you kissing me like you used to, like only you do. You know the good things are never as good as the bad, and your love is better than anything I've ever had. Oh, I miss you missing me like you used to, yeah, like you used to. Heart overhead, and I guess I love to watch the way you made me into a mess. I miss you missing me like you used to, yeah, like you used to. I miss you kissing me like you used to, like only you do. You know the good things are never as good as the bad, and your love is better than anything I've ever had. Oh, I miss you missing me like you used to, yeah, like you used to. You know the good things are never as good as the bad, and your love is better than anything I've ever had. Oh, I miss you missing me like you used to, yeah, like you used to.
Oh, hello there, Internet. I hope you're all doing phenomenal this evening. Welcome back for another edition of Show and Tell Live. The gang is all back together. Hurrah, hurrah. Thank you to our guests, but it's our show. It's our spotlight. Go get. Of course, we cannot do this alone, so let me welcome the rest of the gang as it stands. First and foremost, they are they are known all around the world as El Tigre. It's Alex.
Rawr, it's me, El Tigre, a luchador superhero supreme.
Up next, hold on while I stall. Up next, they're known all around the world as Le Tigre. It's Max.
Technically, "la" is a more accurate translation for the tiger. These are the kind of things you realize when you're an anthropologist.
Yes. Can't translate. Nope, that's not one I know how to pronounce. Known all around the world as Tigris, it's Dan.
Fun fact, Tigris is Dan in another language.
Really? Didn't know that. Didn't know that.
Very good. Dom,
and
stop using the internet for bits.
sorry, and lastly, known all around the world as Kaplan, it's Steve.
I got the eye of the Kaplan. I'm gonna take a test with my number 2 pencil.
Oh,
Kaplan's a
amazing.
test, right? Or is that the test? That's a testing center. I think.
The company, yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
interesting. Did anyone else ever get disturbed by the Kuman Center's logo and just how miserable it looks? No, just me.
No.
Like the spice?
No, not cumin.
Kuman.
Kuman.
Oh, Kumon.
Yeah.
Got it.
What
Its
do you think?
logo just looks so depressed, and I'm like, who approved this? Like, it's like studying's fun, and it's like doesn't look like it based on the sign outside, but I'll take your word for it. Anyways, welcome back, everyone. Glad to see you all. Hope things are going well. Yeah. Yeah. We'll just go ahead and jump right into it. All right, the first game. Here we are. Let's go. I know how to host. The first game is called Barnyard Wisdom. So what we're going to need to go ahead and get started here is, what is a location that was really fun to go to as a kid? It's a place that you really, really enjoyed going to as a kid. No, I shouldn't be mad that I walked myself into the door, but
Oh, man.
Amazing.
I think back at the time where the SATs were like your ride or die, and I'm like, what a stupid time, you know?
Yeah.
Dude, it sucked.
Yeah.
I'm not the test taking type. I was decent at like the actual knowledge, but then when you apply it to the testing format, especially like standardized tests and stuff like that, I did terribly.
Yeah.
So the SATs stressed me out to no end.
I do pretty good on testing, but I think that's because I have a really good guessing skill. I once finished an escape room by straight up saying, I don't want to solve this, and I guessed the answer correctly.
Amazing. All right. Other than learning a lot about Crabstar, we have some great suggestions in here. We're gonna go with Motion Design's Toys R Us. There's a Toys R Us inspired Barnyard Wisdom. Hope everyone is ready for some good learning. Well, you know what they say. If you got yourself a mini Jeep,
Then you got yourself a big peep. Well, you know what they say. Lego sets aren't for people that are 100 or older.
But they are for people who are 100 or younger. Well, you know what they say. The discount aisle
Is the best place for a bargain. They do say that. You know what they say, when a ball goes up.
You better get ready to catch. Well, you know what they say. Assembly isn't always required.
but the requirement is always assembly. Well, you know what they say. If there's candy in the front,
Then there's plastic in the back. Well, you know what they say. Sometimes the batteries are included.
but you should never ever eat them. Well, you know what they say. A mermaid in the hand
Is worth 2 in the fin. You know what they say, you can dress Barbie tons of ways.
But you only get naked one way. Well, you know what they say. Toy trucks' wheels need greasing.
Because toy workmen need food on the table. It's enough of the barnyard. Back to reality.
Wow.
Some real inspirational
I'm gonna have
ones.
to
in
use
there.
that Barbie one. That's pretty wise.
Guys, when is our barn gonna reach critical mass and become too wise?
When we hit the universal, you know how in some like meditative practices they say Om. When we reach maximum and vibrate with the world state, that's when the barn will reach its. Also, Dan, your first one reminded me. I don't know if this is what you were thinking about with the ball, but like in our grocery store growing up, like there was this like large, it looked like a Chuck E. Cheese thing. I don't know how to describe it, but it just had huge nets, and it had these like big rubber balls. And I would remember like that's what you would do in the frozen food aisle is you would just take them out when no one's looking and lob them up into the net and try not to wreck the store at the same time.
Oh yeah.
Is that a relatable experience to anyone else?
No.
Absolutely. That's poor kids basketball, man.
Yeah, poor kid basketball in the grocery store where your mom was like, go pick out an ice cream. And you're like, huh, alley-oop.
For me, it was usually in the dollar store. They would have it in the middle of it. And so while, you know, my parents or whoever was off doing whatever, I would just be there playing basketball with myself with the rack. And one game that I would try to do is, so basically, for those of you that don't know, imagine like a big sort of elongated cube, regular prism of PVC pipe, right? And then there's sort of mesh that is like
bungee cord material.
Yeah. So what you're supposed to be able to do is you can reach in and grab a ball and just pull it, and the bungee cords will stretch out of the way and pull it out, but it holds the balls in so they don't just fall out all over the place. It's a nice system for selling a whole bunch of balls. But so what I would do is you start from the bottom and you try to take as many out and then throw them up to the without like the whole stack of balls falling down to the bottom.
Oh yeah.
The game that I would play the most.
You know,
I feel
like they definitely don't profit enough off of those balls versus how much hassle they are. When are they going to learn to just stop selling them?
Apparently the early 2000s when they stopped selling them in grocery stores. They would, I just feel like they don't make toys out of that material anymore. It's like this, like, I don't know how to describe it, but I can feel my hand just like slowly resisting against it. Like they just don't make that rubbery, like, material. It's like hard foam. I don't know.
It's like plastic. You know how like pleather is plastic leather? It's like plastic rubber. So it's like plubber.
Yeah. It's like plubber. They just don't make plubber balls anymore.
Yeah. Bring back plubber.
Yeah.
Bling plack plubber.
Red leather, yellow leather. How was everyone's week? I can't believe it's already been a week since the last show.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Well, what's gonna happen next time? Is it gonna be less than a week? Are we gonna have it on like a Wednesday?
Steve asking the real question.
Every show's going to get exponentially closer to the show before it.
You know what? Let's do something crazy. Let's have a show on Tuesday.
What? We couldn't do that.
Yeah, why not?
That's anarchy. I won't stand for it. Not in my house. Dan, I forget what I was watching, but it was something that you were doing. Or maybe it was when we were playing the Don't Starve. We were talking about something, and you were on stream, and you just casually tried to explain something, but you were just explaining like the arrow paradox to someone at the same time.
The arrow paradox?
Yeah, the idea that if you always cut the distance in half, how does the thing ever reach its target? I forget what it was. And I was just like, can't casually out here just throwing out these like philosophical ideas.
I don't
about-
think I ever brought that up. I think I
Not
maybe
in those
brought that
terms.
up.
No,
Like,
you were saying it in those terms, but
several
you were
months
trying
ago.
to say it. No, it was like 2 weeks ago.
I don't remember.
Because somebody
this.
said something to you, and you were like, "Oh, well, what happens when this happens?" Like, well, then that happens. You're like, well, what happens when that happens? And that was great. Anyway, it's not the point.
Give yourself some credit, Dan.
I don't.
Yeah.
Look, all I'm saying is I shit out philosophy and forget about it.
Dan is the Pez dispenser of philosophy.
Yeah.
Wow. That's an honor.
Let's go ahead and jump into our next game, which is customer service. So what we're going to need to go ahead and get started is what would be an unusual product to have a customer service line? You've received this product in the mail, and it has one of those fancy little like business cards. It's like engraved and has a gold trim on it, and it says, "Call this line if there's any problems." So you're like, "That's weird. Why does this product I ordered have such a fancy business card?" Get your plumber balls out of here.
I'm gonna kick you in your plumber balls if you don't shut up.
Back in the bungee cord net with you, mister.
Are you going back to bungee cord jail?
That's what it was, honestly.
How do people keep breaking out? We've specifically engineered it so that it's pliable enough so that, oh, I see the issue.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Have you ever gone into the plumber ball?
That's the forbidden zone. That's where you go when people talk about the Shadow Realm, I'm assuming.
It's easy to get in,
That's where
hard
you
to
end
get
up.
out.
Exactly.
I feel like there was so many vines about that thing too. You
Mhm.
know, I feel like there was a ton. Maybe that's also why it's so prevalent in our lexicon.
It was around the same time period as Vine. Yeah.
Yeah, when you said that, the first thing I thought of was the guy who climbs on top of the freezer aisle and just like dives first into the ball thing, and they just
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah. We could also have a fun conversation about how the dollar stores near us, I think, had the original loot crates because you could buy mystery bags that were like $1, and it's just just bits and pieces of random toy sets that they threw into one bag. But damn, were they addicting!
Oh my God.
I'd go
That's
and
so
mom would like,
cool.
"Can I get like 9 of these? You don't know what they're gonna be." She's like, "Go get a toy you want." I was like, "No, you don't understand."
I need the thrill of the gamble.
I need the thrill of being disappointed. All right,
That's loot
we're
crates.
gonna do that's loot crates for you. We're gonna do we'll do one for dongles. This is the dongle customer service line. I think you Skittle be.
All right, take it away.
Hello, welcome to Jongle's Dongles. How can I help you? My name's John.
Hey, Mr. Goals. I think that I attached my phone with your dongle to the to my wall socket. Or to my charger, and I think that my house gave my phone a virus.
Oh yeah, well you didn't use our protection package. That's very common with younger devices that they don't like to use protection, and viruses get transmitted.
Yeah, my phone is a newborn, so. Yes. Is that?
No, I'm shocked and appalled.
You said that it's common with younger devices, and my phone is
I
brand
didn't
new.
mean that young. Come on.
Oh, is that a problem?
It's disgusting.
Oh. All right. You said that. So I can just get some sort of software or something.
Yeah, you're gonna need to go to the phone doctor for that one.
Okay,
See, on
thanks.
our warranty, it doesn't cover unprotected viruses.
Thanks, John Gull.
Yep, you're welcome. Have a good day. Another satisfied customer. Hello, welcome to Jongle's Dongles. How may I help you today?
Yeah, you see, I ordered a dongle, but I got a fob instead.
Oh, you got a fob.
Yeah, you gave me a fob.
All right, let me look up your account number right now. Oh, okay. I see what the issue here is. You put your occupation as mob, and that seems to have confused our distributor because they read the occupation line instead of the product line.
Oh yeah? Am I gonna need to have a word with this distributor then?
Well, we'll talk to our distributor about it, but I will gladly send you a dongle and include a few swirly doos as a means of recompense.
All right, that's what I like to hear. You know, I got some business to uphold. Can't be going around with fobs when I need dongles, you know?
Yeah. Oh, I know how it is. You gotta get the right tool for the right job.
Yeah, I gotta look the part, capiche?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Well, I'll be expecting your dongle then, and don't mess it up this time, yeah?
I won't do that because I am not in charge of that. So don't you worry your pretty little head.
All right. I'll see you next Tuesday.
All right. Oh boy, another happy customer. Oh, gotta stretch. Oh, hello.
Hi, is this Johngle Dongles?
Oh yes, welcome to Jongle's Dongles. How may I help you today?
Hi. This is Fire Marshal Mitchell. I'm calling because we were trying to set out a fire that happened to a apartment building. But when we went to the fire hydrant, apparently they've been switched out by your company, and they said that our hose cannot connect anymore, and that we need to call you to purchase a dongle to be able to connect our hose to put out this fire. So how can we get this done?
Oh, I see the issue. We've upgraded to fire hydrants 8.
Why couldn't you just stay with the same hose nozzle?
Well, we've got a better product. You know, we've got a wider dispension circle, as we like to call it in the business, and 4K retina display.
Well, it's a fire hydrant. We just need water from it. Can we get these dongles here, or?
Well, yes, I can ship you some dongles, permitting that you send us the 1985 and change that we have requested from the state.
Okay, well, we're just gonna go get buckets of water, and anyone who dies, their blood's on your hands. Okay.
I should let you know we are upgrading to the fire hydrant 10 next year, in which case you will need to get your own earbud extension cord out of our dongle recompense.
This is ridiculous. Goodbye.
Okay, thank you. Oh, another happy customer. Oh, big stretch. Oh, big stretch. Oh, big stretch. Hello, you've been on hold. Welcome to Jongle's Dongles. How may I help you today?
Hi, yeah, I got one of your dongles that connects to my electric bike to be able to keep my phone running. And I'm just letting you know that it's really hard to try and keep my phone working just on physical exercise.
Okay, well, if you're interested, we have also got other dongle applications for things like lightning rods and handheld lightning rods.
It's not the stormy season.
It's not the stormy season. Oh,
and
boy.
Also,
well, I mean, if you're really interested in our solar or wind packages, we can ship you a wind turbine dongle right away.
Coal, something, or maybe gasoline?
No, we don't. We only deal in renewable resources here at Jongle's Dongles. We are a company of.
I don't really have the time. I'm running out of breath. I'm so tired.
I'm trying to soapbox here. If you would let me soapbox,
I'm gonna pass out. Please just send me another. Just send me some sort of power source. I'm gonna pass out.
All right, I'll send you our wind package. That will be another $98.59. And thank you. Have a nice day. Oh boy, another happy customer. Oh, hello.
Hello. Hello.
Welcome to Jongle's Dongles. How may I help you today?
Yeah, I was I was gonna give a presentation and they were gonna get real smart and I plugged your dongle into the projector and then the smart went, I think I put it backwards and now the smart came out of me.
All right, well, it looks like you've accessed our cybernetic enhanced dongle matriculation system. We are currently beta testing that as we speak, and I thank you for your participation in that.
Well,
study.
I was gonna teach the class, and
Yes, you probably
instead
were.
of all the knowledge coming out of the dongle onto the screen, everyone's knowledge went into the screen.
Oh, well, that's a shame, but we will log it for future byproduct accessory malfunctions into our log for the FDA recommendations.
Can we get another dongle?
Yes, I can give you another dongle if you please, but I will have you know that this is a non-reversible transaction. Your brain is permanently shrunken.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate.
Yes, it is unfortunate for you, especially being a teacher, whatnot. But I can still send you that other dongle for half the price.
How much is half?
Half the price will still be $98.59.
Is that a lot?
No, it's not.
Okay, I'll have one.
All right. Well, thank you for calling. We will log your brainstem into our computer now. Have a great day.
All right, bye-bye.
Boop, boop. Oh, another satisfied customer. I love it when we can get the simulated brain waves of the mass populace. Hello, welcome to
Hi.
Jongle's Dongles. How much did you hear from my previous conversation?
Hi, not much. This is Jongle's. Okay, I just want to say this is Chief of Medicine Schmitty, and we're trying to treat a bunch of burn victims at the hospital here, but all of our EKG machines and oxygen tanks have been switched out, and apparently there was a phone number on them that said to call you to get the dongles so that way we can use them. And this is the number I called. So what's the problem here?
Yeah, so you're gonna need one of them fancy doohickey dongles that we like to call the cybernatal prefrontal cortex matrix. In fact, if you are currently in a hurry, we have a user not too far away from you who seems to be wanting an upgrade as they have just taught their class wonderful things and are now moving on to the upgraded product. So if you want, I can reroute you to them, and then you can just plug that into the back of your brainstem, and you will understand everything about the human body.
I mean, I know you have to make a business, but this seems like a really weird way to do it, but, you know, I'm not Chief of Medicine for nothing. I'll do it.
All right, great. We are still working on getting this approved by the FDA and anybody else who may or may not be interested in approving it. But we do need faithful test subjects like yourself. So thank you for agreeing to this trial. Again, you can go pick it up at the details I am sending you right now.
Okay.
All right. Thank you and have a great day.
You too.
Beep boop. Oh boy, another satisfied customer and 2 brain stems for the price of 1. Oh, we're making big business.
See.
Wow, Dongles as the ultimate middleman is really a travesty. What a horrible but vaguely predictive world we live in.
Fabulous dystopia.
Yeah, that's like there's a Reddit subreddit called r/boring dystopia, and like it's exactly what that would be.
Oh, sorry. You don't have the right hose nozzle for these fire hydrants.
Oops.
I mean, like, if you're just in the dongle industry, you just need to create
Such a
problems
fire.
so that way you can fix them. That's all you
Yeah.
would be as a dongle company.
Great point.
Thank you.
Lindsay, thanks for the sub.
The subscription. If you did not find your subscription satisfactory, we can give you a dongle to upgrade you to a subscription level.
Dongle shouldn't upgrade anything. It defeats the purpose of a dongle.
It's a high-speed dongle.
High-speed dongle.
Making a faster pipe doesn't make the things in the pipe on either side go faster.
What,
Yeah,
you put little
favorite
conveyor
line-
belts in there.
My favorite line was prefrontal cortex.
Yeah.
Whatever's in front of the frontal cortex.
Oh man.
Amazing.
I feel like we're living in a post-frontal cortex era.
I think there is a prefrontal cortex.
Are you sure?
I don't know. I just looked it
I
up.
feel like I vaguely remember that.
It's the
from-
front part of the frontal cortex.
Oh.
We've all learned so much today, haven't we?
What's the role of the prefrontal cortex? It helps people set and achieve goals. Ah, that's why we've never heard of it. All right.
That's why dongle for it.
Yeah, I don't think I have that part. That's why.
We will pump goals directly into your brain and help you achieve what's the highest level of Maslow's hierarchy? Probably dongles.
I think he's enlightened.
I was gonna say id, and that is not the right
Self-actualization,
answer.
dongle.
Did everyone enjoy Alex's ASMR stream?
Oh yeah, that was Thursday.
Did
I
you
I
enjoy
hope
it,
people
Alex?
enjoyed it.
I was just
Honestly,
blown away by how many
got-
people we got who had never seen our show before and decided
Yeah.
that was the right time to start watching.
Yeah, right? Well, here's the thing, guys, and this is a warning to all of you who are doing it next. Trying to whisper, like forcing yourself to whisper for 2 hours or however long I went is very difficult and mentally straining. Like, you think that it's easier on your voice or whatever, but it's
Yeah.
not. You have to like put an effort into talking and whispering like that the whole time. And I think the fact that I was like trying to force myself to whisper as well as create whatever hideous monstrosity of a art piece I tried to create. Yeah, I don't know. I hope it turned out well. I hope people enjoyed it.
I like the pics.
Yeah, the pics are good.
Yeah.
Really sold it.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, get ready because there's another one coming this week, and the week after that, and the week after that, and I think the week after that.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah, February.
We're not all carving wood.
No.
Carving
Let's
wood with
ASM
it.
March.
We can describe them all as Alex has described them. This horrible piece of art.
Amazing.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We lost it.
Melissa,
This is our forever punishment.
Melissa and I recently got Discovery Plus, the streaming
Oh.
service that
so
has
now you can watch the
90-day universe. Yeah, I saw that on there. I did see that it was there, and I was like, "It's the 90-day universe." But
The most ambitious crossover.
But
of all
they-
time.
they do have
God.
all of HGTV on there. So what we've been watching is this show called Design Star, where it's an interior design reality show from 2006,
Remember that.
and it's wild. They are just like, all right, this episode we're just gonna eliminate 2 people for no reason, and it's like, what? And it's like, you have to design this whole room, but you can only go to the 99-cent store. And like,
Wait, so it's
Wait, this show sounds
It's-
great.
it's
I'm on
an
board.
interior- so it's an interior decorating like elimination show.
yeah.
Wow.
Then there's this one.
I-
There's this one where they have to pitch like designing a real family's kitchen, and then they're like, all right, you have 32 hours to implement it, but the person like overshot how much they could do, and they left it like unfinished, and they're like, that's someone's home.
Dan, that's why I think that my favorite of the design shows is Ink Masters. Because
Yeah.
it's that, but you're like, that's someone's body. Like,
Yeah.
I've seen times too where, like, especially with that show, the tattoo artist will be like, F it, and change the design on the guy's back without telling him. Or, like, I've seen one where a person was like, I want a tattoo. And they're like, okay, where do you want it? He's like, only the skull. And he's like, you're going to pass out. He's like, no, I can handle it. And then they get 10 minutes into the tattoo and the canvas passes out. And the guy has to go to the judges and be like, I don't know what to do about this.
Yeah, I have been
so good.
binging so much Ink Masters recently.
So good.
Why, like, YouTube decided to recommend it to me, but then I watched like one or two, and the algorithm was like, "All right, buddy, we're going on a ride."
Oh yeah.
Bye.
That
Yeah.
wasn't actually our inspiration for the tattoo game, I don't think.
No, I
Wait,
think
No,
it's-
we came up with that before we started binging Ink
We
Masters.
have a
Before
tattoo
Ink Masters.
game? I wonder if we'd ever play it.
Oh
No, never.
no, we're
No,
just gonna
we
play it
wouldn't.
for 1 week and then never play it again.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, our games are like stocks. You got to invest because they're here, you know, 1 minute and gone the next. But yeah.
That's
So
true.
the stocks work. I know things.
Speaking of here 1 minute and gone the next.
What's our next game gonna be, Dan?
Oh, I don't know. Probably bullshit.
Okay, get out of here.
It's the game that Dan already tried to transition to, and we completely shut it down like a bunch of assholes.
Yeah, Dan. I decide when transitions happen, not you.
Yes, master.
Yes,
Whenever you're ready.
because we're doing a tattoo game.
Dan, you can host this one.
What?
It's yours.
All right. Well, first thing we got to do, we're going to be playing pins and needles. Alex is going to be our tattoo artist, as he thinks that he is expert enough from watching a lot of Ink Masters. But first, we have to throw him down the stairs. Everyone say, "Have a nice fall to Alex." All right, he's gone. So now we need. If you have not seen us play pins and needles before, basically it's a guessing game where Alex has to guess what tattoos these fellows want. But Alex has to guess while he's actively drawing, and everything's permanent, such as tattoos. So what we need for suggestions is we need suggestions for what Dom, Max, and Steve will want as their tattoos. We can't get too specific with this. Usually just like one thing with small adjective. Usually a good way to do it. So just throw those into chat as to what kind of tattoos you want them to see.
Oh, I'm already happy with these suggestions.
Oh.
I've only gotten 2 and I'm already on board.
Oh, we're sold already.
Are these the quality of suggestions we get every time? Because I don't see them ever.
Yeah, that's true.
A nerdy French fry? Oh, Scott, you mad genius, you.
There's a lot
All
of good
right,
ones here.
Dom, you're gonna want a nerdy French fry as your tattoo.
I don't hate it, honestly. I get it.
All right. I also have to just type these in, so keep those coming.
Okay.
There was one earlier that I saw that I liked that I need to go back to.
There's so many good ones.
Yeah, you guys are bringing the heat.
Toasted cheese sandwich.
Yeah.
Let's see what
Not
we got.
Really so good.
It has to be toasted.
Toasted cheese sandwich.
It's
Oh,
just-
he's gonna throw it all.
Is that not a grilled cheese?
no,
that
it's
just-
toasted, Dom. It's not.
Like they made a cheese sandwich
Yeah.
and put it in a toaster.
I'm gonna go back to JMLD's suggestion of a happy cloud with a tiny hat. Max, that's
for
what
me?
you want. Yeah,
Okay.
you want a happy cloud, with a tiny hat. I'm just gonna write with a hat, but you can know that it's supposed to be.
Yeah,
tiny.
I know in here.
Yeah, you know in your heart of hearts that it's supposed to be tiny. And we need one more for Steve. Let's see. As I try to center some text. What we got? What we got? Just lungs. Oh man. That's the thing is yeah, okay. Yeah, you just want lungs, Steve. The fact that you're going third is gonna throw him off, as he's gonna need something specific, and you just want lungs.
Yeah.
Dan, you don't want Lassie in the unemployment line?
No. I like lungs.
To be fair, I like Lassie in the unemployment line.
There's a lot of good ones here.
Yeah, you guys are bringing the heat. Now let's see if Alex can bring the pain. I don't,
It works. No, it works.
All right. And here we go. Take it away, Alex.
All right, got a few customers today. Should have plenty of time to read up on exactly what they wanted before the first one comes in. So let's just take a look here and see.
Hey, I've arrived at the location.
Wow. Yeah, you sure have, haven't you? All right, well, come on in, take a seat. Your name was, what was your name again?
Pierre?
Pierre, yeah. I totally remember what you wanted, Pierre. But hey, why don't you tell me a little bit about like the inspiration behind your tattoo? Let's just get started right away here, all right?
Yeah, man, I appreciate that. So I'm French. Just gonna put that on the table right now. And speaking of the table, I'm a French chef, all right? So I wanted something that really, really inspired and spoke to my French heritage, but also my food heritage at the same time. So I thought I'd go something that, pretty traditional, right? Pretty traditional.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's a thing when you see France, you think, yes, that's where it's at, right? But of course, I also wanted to represent a little bit of who I am as a human being at the same time, right?
Yeah,
so I put a little bit of, people at work are always saying for icebreakers, if you could describe yourself in one word, what would it be? And I say, well, that's dumb because there's an infinite number of universes, so I should get an infinite number of words. And then they throw words out there. And I've decided that word really, that must be the word that really talks to who I am as a person.
Which one is that?
You know it. You get it. You can look at it. You tell.
Oh,
Anyways.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you wanted that word tattooed onto you.
I mean, not explicitly, but if you got to get that to get the point across, put it on, baby.
Okay. All right.
Anyways, so I just think, I'm the kind of guy who goes well with a lot of people. I'm a human being who I think complements a lot of things, right? If you've got a real beefy dude, I'm right there beside him. If you're keeping things light, if there's a girl and she has a snack, well, I'm kind of a snack too, depending on how much of you want to eat. You know what I'm saying? So I just figured I would just put it all together, right? Just one big mash of my heritage, my personality, and my profession.
Oh yeah. That all absolutely makes sense. You gotta have a tattoo that expresses you more than anything else.
Exactly. So tell me, you got any questions about my tattoo? Anything you need to know?
Well, I gotta say, it's more unique than anything I've ever made a tattoo of. That's for sure.
Thank you.
Why don't you tell me a little bit more about what made you decide that this one word is like the word for you?
Yeah, I think it just sums up a lot of my interests and hobbies. I go to a lot of group gatherings that are pretty specific. So I think that being a person who endeavors in the things that they like is an exciting thing, and it's an exciting time to be that kind of person in the world. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, they really have been sort of, coming a lot more into like pop culture than other people would have, than they have been in the past. You're
not wrong. You're not wrong. I mean, I think it's a good time to kind of reclaim that forbidden territory, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that a lot of people are misunderstood, and that it can really show, because people can be a lot more interesting than they let on.
Agreed. All right, man. Well, I got to get going. I got to get back to work as a chef who is French.
I'm just about done here. So why don't you take a look at what you got?
Alrighty.
See what you think.
What's with this rat? Where does rat come from?
French cuisine. There's nothing more iconic than Remy from Ratatouille. I mean, he's the epitome of France and food.
That's a better idea than the one I came in here with.
Yeah, there you go.
And
you see?
I never had frog leg sandwich, but I'll take it.
I figured normal frog legs, they're not good enough, but frog legs on a sandwich, now we're talking,
The important part is you represented the fact that I'm a big old freaking nerd, and I appreciate that.
Oh yeah, you're just a huge fucking nerd, and that
right. Well, we say it. You can't say it. It's different.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, all right. Well, have a good one.
Yeah, you enjoy, you have a good time. Put ice on that. All right. Okay. Ooh. I think I somehow managed to get away with that one. It's not going to be so easy next time around here. All right. I better read up real quick. Let's see.
Hello?
Oh,
Can
hello?
I come in?
Sure. Did you want to ask me a question or something? Who are you?
Oh, no, I'm your next appointment.
Oh, you're my next appointment.
Yeah. I thought I'm right on time.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I forgot about daylight savings. Yep. Come on in. Come on in.
Nope. Sorry, you're not unprepared, are you?
Oh, I'm always prepared. I make permanent artworks on people's bodies. If I wasn't prepared, I shouldn't be in this profession. All right.
So glad to hear that. I've had a bad experience about somebody who wasn't prepared with a tattoo, so I'm glad that I'm working with a professional.
Yeah, absolutely.
So when you heard about my piece, you connected to the environmentalist themes in it, right?
Yeah, I was starting to pick up on some of that, but I was a little foggy on some of the details. Why don't you tell me a little bit more about what exactly makes you environmentalist?
Just like the wonder of it all, Like there's a whole world out there, and there's just what you gaze at the world. That's why I wanted just like a classic icon of environmentalism to be able to have on my body forever. But at the same time, not always is the environment reflects who we are at the same time. So that's why I didn't want to just take this icon as it is. I wanted to put a little humanist touch on it as well.
I see what you mean. Yeah, absolutely. I think I totally get that. I think that's very important to really have that sort of, that touch of something that reminds you of who you are.
Exactly. It's like you're looking up at it and you're trying to figure out, what is that? What does it mean to me? And the thing is that you see a little bit of yourself in it, right?
Absolutely, I see myself. I see a lot of myself. In fact, I'm kind of surprised that you wanted to go for something that looked so much like myself here.
Yeah, well, you're not as blobby or as floofy. I mean, I guess your hair is pretty floofy, but
I do have floofy hair, yeah.
But I mean, I'm glad that the artist can also see themselves in what I want on my body.
Well, what else about nature really inspires you? I mean, there's a lot more to it than just one thing, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I think there's something about the way that nature is designed almost. It feels like there's an intentionality to it, right? Where like we dress ourselves in these clothes to be able to show who we are, and then nature creates these things that's also trying to express itself. So I kind of took those two ideas and put them together. I wanted this icon of nature, and then put something that it really topped it off. I wanted a piece of clothing, a way to express yourself that kind of tops off the whole outfit.
I see, yeah. I think that's, it's really important to include not only, nature, but also man and sort of man's struggle through it all. I think it really makes sense to encapsulate, because man's struggle is nature to an extent,
Yes.
I think that by really showing that, it really establishes, what we work towards.
Wow, you're really speaking to me here. I think we're on the exact same page. Honestly, I don't get to talk about this very often. I feel like we're just on the exact same page.
Oh, exactly. I would say that there is no page better than the page that we are on.
All right, it feels like you kind of finished up.
Almost. I'm just adding some finishing touches here.
Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah, feel free to kind of put your own twist on it. I don't know if I was specific enough. I wanted that piece of clothing. I wanted it small. I didn't write that down, but like in my heart of hearts, that's really how I felt. I wanted it tiny.
Right. Yeah. Small. Yeah. I got you. Yeah. That's just the last thing I needed to add right here.
Okay.
Needed to add a real tiny piece of clothing. And you're really gonna enjoy the way that it turns out here. I think that the amount of detail that I can add to a small tattoo, a lot of people are surprised by that.
Oh, it doesn't feel too small.
Oh, well, I'm working on making it as small as I can, but the needles are only so small, but trust me, it's pretty small.
Oh, no, I mean the tattoo. I kind of expected the tattoo to be pretty small.
Oh, no, well, I had to make sure that I included everything that you asked for, so.
Okay, yeah, right.
All right, but I think I'm all finished up here.
Okay, let me take a.
That'll about do it.
Wait a minute. What is this?
Well, I got a bit of nature. I got a bit of myself. I wanted to, include my own visage as sort of my signature on this piece because I'm really.
Is that the son with the handlebar mustache?
Yeah, don't you recognize it?
Well, hold on. Is that the Bible and the Torah?
Yeah, well, I wasn't sure which way you swing, so I figured I would just include them both.
Just cover your bases? No,
Yeah,
I mean, when I was thinking about environmentals, I was thinking about a cloud. Wait a minute, what's that third thing?
Oh, well, I got this plant here that's growing up out of the ground, and it's got a real small T-shirt, like I know you wanted. But then the plant is actually man-made because it's a cube. But and this is sort of behind it. I captured sort of what it's thinking of is the class struggles that the proletariat has to face.
Oh, okay, that's the symbology of communism. That's permanently on my
really
body.
Added to man's nature,
Oh, okay, right. To be fair, that T-shirt is tiny.
Oh, really small.
It's a really small T-shirt.
It's on like a little baby plant too. So if you think about the scale of it all, it's a small T-shirt.
You know what? You made it your own, and that shirt is really small. So I'm actually pretty happy with it.
I'm so glad. I've never had an unhappy customer before.
All right, thanks.
All right, you take care now. Oh, okay. Got another one on the books. Whew, that didn't turn out so bad. Let me just clean my needles up real quick here. Make sure.
Oh boy, do I like being early.
Oh, you do ya?
I do. That's
Wow,
why I'm here 3 days in advance.
Yeah, you sure are. I didn't even have time to clean up my workstation from the last guy.
Oh, that's fine. I'll be able to handle it.
Okay, yeah, sure. Come on in. Why don't you take a seat right here and let me know what you're thinking of?
Yeah. So you got my email.
I did.
I did send 36 of them.
Oh, you're that guy. Yep. Okay, this is starting to make sense now.
Yeah, and I hope you read the whole manifesto because it really captures everything that I want. And I know I started with just a simple concept such as air, but I think this really defines who I am as a person.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, why don't you tell me, I do want to know a little bit more about this concept. Like really let me know what all you were thinking of when you're talking about air.
Yeah. No, nobody ever asks me about my ideas.
I want to hear all about your ideas.
I started with the simple idea of what it is to be human, and that fundamentally I believe is air, because it is one of the major building blocks of life. It is the most basic element that we need to survive, and yet also permeates all around us, and we are destroying ourselves with air. So I wanted to symbolize my mortality and get to really know what's under my skin.
Oh, okay, yeah, really knowing what's under. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, really knowing about your mortality, huh? You knowing about human. Well, It's important to know these things, you know.
It's very important.
What makes you say that air is gonna be what makes you human?
Well, I mean, we all breathe, and that engine gives us life, but it can also bring us death because we are polluting our air, and quite frankly, it's killing us all. And you have to be aware of this. You have to know. You have to fight for every breath that you take upon this earth. Sorry, I'm getting a little emotional.
Oh no, by all means, a tattooing experience can be a very emotional time. So I totally get it. You gotta fight for what's yours. You know, fight for what you deserve.
Yes, and quite frankly, I've dug deep within myself to understand this concept, and I've seen the insides of the human soul, so to say.
Wow, that's that's really exciting. I gotta say, I don't think I've ever had an experience quite like that. What exactly was your experience seeing inside the human soul like?
Well, the anesthesia wore off mid-surgery.
Oh, I see.
So the doctor had my chest cavity just wide open.
Oh, your chest. Oh, wow. Well, I hope that it was a successful one at least.
Oh, yeah. They did have to remove one of them, so that's kind of part of the reason I'm getting the tattoo is to commemorate them.
Oh, I see. Yeah. I gotta make sure to, get a tattoo that has all of those included.
And just for time, how's it looking back there?
Oh, it's looking pretty good. I'm just adding a couple finishing touches. I want to make sure that I, do you justice for that part of your chest that you had removed. So I don't want you to feel like you're missing out on any of them. Hey, what's your favorite McDonald's sandwich, would you say?
My favorite McDonald's sandwich would probably be so this is going to be a little weird. But the McBreeze.
McBreeze?
Yes, it's just something you can inhale.
Oh, wow. Well, yeah, inhaling's nice, but I mean, it doesn't have the same barbecue flavor that I like to go for,
Oh, yeah, well, I'm not really a barbecue person, and the McRib is just a little oversaturated.
Oh, well, all right, we're done here. All right. Why don't you take a look at what you got?
Okay. Wow. This really brings me back to high school.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming 3 days early. It was my pleasure trying to figure out what the hell you wanted. Do you really think that I read your emails 3 days in advance?
I just wanted my lungs.
All right. Well, instead you got your nose, which I would say is equally important. But that, just to make sure I filled your chest cavity with as much as I can, I got you a nice spare set of ribs back, because apparently for some reason you wanted that on your back.
Okay.
I figure what's closer to the mortality of man and air mixed together than a ghost. So I added a cool, spooky ghost for you. And of course, you were talking about the whole struggle of man and really being connected with humanity. And so I figured I would just add, this symbol of the working class on there to really, really drive home the point that humanity is really what it's all about.
May I ask you a question? I saw the last guy leaving also had a communist symbol. Are you a communist?
No. Why? What would make you say that? All right.
Because I'm from the FBI.
I just tattoo what people ask for. And if that somehow leads to the collapse of the bourgeoisie, then so be it, so be it.
Well, I'm going to have to take you in for some questions.
As much as he can get, because without him, the society would collapse. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, okay. Well, have a nice day then.
All right. Make sure to wear a low-cut shirt. I want to make sure people can read that top part. All right. Bye-bye now.
See.
Welcome, Raiders. Welcome. Oh, thank you so much, N Crowd. Glad you could be here. If you're wondering what the hell you stumbled into, this is Show and Tell Live. We are also a weekly comedy improv stream, much like the N Crowd, also based out of Philadelphia. Yeah, we do a bunch of make-em-ups, play a bunch of the games, and then we try and make them look pretty. And that's that. Yeah, I think there's no need to dawdle. We'll go ahead and jump right into the next game, which is a game we like to call Gossip Line. You may be familiar for anyone who's ever played Whisper Down the Lane or Telephone. Game works kind of similar to that. We're going to tell a series of increasingly faster stories and try and make them as accurate as possible. And I'm sure by the end it'll be the exact same thing you heard in the beginning, naturally. So we'll let Alex go ahead and tell whatever story he longs to tell.
Oh boy! All right. Is everybody else gone already?
Yeah, let's throw him down the stairs. Yeah.
Get out of here.
JMLD, thanks for the sub.
Oh, thank you for the sub. All right, am I asking for a suggestion here?
Yeah. We need a suggestion for your story.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to tell a story that I'm just going to make up off the top of my head. But what I need from you, chat, is just give me any word or phrase that you want me to sort of be inspired by for this story. It could be, a word that this story is about. It could be a phrase that maybe is the moral lesson of this story.
Every good story has a moral.
Every good story has a moral to it. Keep that in mind. So, yeah, you know what? Maybe give me the moral of this story.
Oh, God. You want to figure out the ending and then...
I'm going to ask for the moral of this story.
Oh, yeah. God damn it. No, kitty, that's my pot pie.
I had pot pie the other night. It's delicious. I love chicken pot pie. So good.
Mm-hmm. Do you think there's like pot pie, where there's other pot pies in a pot pie?
Yes. Have you seen ASDF movie?
Yeah, yes. Pie flavor.
I got you a pie. Oh boy, what flavor? Pie flavor.
Yeah.
And then pie busts out of the pie. So yes, I do think there can be pie flavored pie.
Yeah, ASDF proved it.
All right, let's see here.
And that's why the French don't bathe. It's not even a moral, it's just like... You can never eat your pie and have it.
Cake is just a fancy pie when you think, no, it's not. It's really not.
All right, what's jumping out at you?
All right, you know what? Let's go with JMLD's suggestion, and that's why pine trees are green. So at some point in this story, that's what you guys are going to figure out. Okay, you ready?
All right, here we go.
Dan.
Yes.
Oh, God, I just saw the craziest thing. Are you ready for this?
Yeah, I'm so ready.
All right. Okay, here it goes. So, the last weekend I was camping in the woods, right? And I was sitting with my tent, and I unzipped the window flap to look outside, and I could have sworn I saw Bigfoot. So I got out of my tent, and I started yelling, like, to try to get to Bigfoot. And so I started yelling, cock-a-doodle-doo! And then I was like, wait a minute, that's not what Bigfoot says. So I started walking into the woods, okay? And I started following, and I found this track, and it looked kind of like it could be a Bigfoot track, but also it had shoes on, and Bigfoot doesn't normally wear shoes. Anyways, I followed this shoe track, and eventually I found this little girl. And the only weird thing about this little girl was that she was lost in the woods, but she had really, really big feet. And I was like, whoa, okay. She seemed like what's going on with this little girl? So I went up to her and I was like, hey, are you okay? And instead of like saying anything, she just looked at me and honked her nose. And I was like, oh my God, this little girl is a clown. So I eventually got the little girl to come with me, and I went back to my campsite, and I was trying to ask her, why are you here? Like, what happened? Where are all the rest of the clowns? And she would instead just keep honking her nose. But then I figured out she was honking her nose in Morse code. So I got my book of one Morse code that I had in my backpack, and I pull it out and I start reading, and it turns out that her clown car crashed, and it was like 40 paces to the east, and I had to go to the east get the clown car, So I walked with her to the clown car, and sure enough, there's a crashed car with like a dozen clowns just laying unconscious on the ground. So I had to perform a whole bunch of first aid on all these clowns. Well, it turns out clowns actually don't bleed red blood. They bleed green blood. So clowns were just bleeding green blood all over the place. And I was trying to fix them up and help them. And I saved most of their lives except for Bobo. Bobo unfortunately passed. But, overall, I would say it was really weird seeing that it seems like clown blood is why trees are green. I never would have thought it, but clowns get in accidents in the woods all the time.
Wow, that is one crazy story.
Yeah.
I think I actually have to call my friend who is interested in becoming a clown and going to clown college to warn them to not do so they do not meet the tragic fate.
Absolutely. Save a life.
Yeah. Okay.
Right, I'll talk to you later.
I'm going to call them. Okay.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. Hi. Hey, bud, you there?
Hey, welcome to Jongle's Dongles. How may I help you?
Hi, John. You know how you said...
Oh, hello.
You know how you said you wanted to get into clowning? I have a terrible story that will make you not want to do that.
Oh, really? I don't want to do this job anymore, though.
Okay, well, let me tell you the story that my friend told me. So, my friend Alex was camping in the woods the other week, and he opened up his tent, and then he saw Bigfoot out there, and he was like, cock-a-doodle-doo! And then he's like, wait, Bigfoot doesn't say that. But then Bigfoot started walking into the woods, so he followed him, and he saw Bigfoot's footprints, but then he started to see shoe footprints, and he's like, Bigfoot doesn't wear shoes, so he followed the shoe footprints, and then there was a little girl there, and the weird thing about her is she had big feet. But then she also had a red nose on, so she went honk honk. So then he brought the girl back to his camp to make sure she was safe, and he's like, what's going on? And he realized that she was honking in Morse code. So he pulls his Morse code book out of his backpack, and he figures out that she was saying that their clown car crashed into a tree 40 paces east. So they go there, and he sees a car crash with a dozen clowns passed out on the ground. He did a CPR for some of them, but he couldn't save Bobo the clown. But they were bleeding green blood, and then he realized that's why trees are green, because of clown green blood.
Wow, that's Are you saying I can't be a clown because I don't have green blood?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Oh, this is horrible. I have to go make some calls to make sure that I can get green blood.
No problem.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Ring-a-ding-ding. Oh, hello.
Is this Steve?
No, this is Johngle from Jongle's Dongles.
Look,
sorry,
I was expecting a call from a friend, but
don't ever expect things. They always let you down.
Okay.
So I was calling you because I've got a bit of a predicament, and I know that you know how to get blood discreetly. So here I will state my predicament, and then we will talk about blood arrangements.
Okay, I thought you had some sort of discretion when I called that helpline, but okay, just go for it.
All right. Well, so the story goes that our good friend Alex was camping in the woods when he heard a cock-a-doodle-doo, and then he started looking for Bigfoot because, Bigfoot makes cock-a-doodle-doo sounds. And so he was following this trail of really large footprints until eventually the footprints turned into shoe prints, and he found this little girl who was honking with her nose, and he realized it was Morse code. So he pulled out his Morse code book and realized she was telling him that her clown car had gotten into a horrible wreck and there are clowns hemorrhaging on the freeway. And so he goes to help them, and he sees Bobo the clown bleeding out. He's lost an arm on the ground, and he's bleeding green blood, and that's why trees are green. So in my In my life passion to become a clown, I need green blood.
Okay, I can set this up, but generally we don't move things that fast. These things take time. We have to go through administration.
Well, I've got a bunch of dead clowns. Can't you just go get it from them?
Well, there's a lot to do. Okay, I know a guy who's a bit of a fixer. He'll clean things up. He'll get the blood. Okay?
Okay.
But this better be a big payout to all of us.
Yeah, I don't want to be in the dongle business anymore.
Okay. All right. Fine. I'll call him.
All right, thank you.
Hello?
Yeah, you're on speaker. Talk to me.
Oh, okay. I don't know if this is a conversation suitable for speakerphone.
Well, it's not coming off, so say what you got to say.
Okay. You know how you can kind of clean up situations and collect all the blood in the situation that that we might need, right?
Yeah, I'm listening.
You know that's the thing you do. So you agree.
Yeah, I know what my
with me
job is.
Okay.
Thank you. Appreciate
All right,
it.
perfect.
Do you know what your job is? What are you, a mailman?
Well, do you know Jongle's Dongles?
Yeah, I'm familiar.
Let me just tell you. I'll just tell you the story, and then you can piece it together for yourself. Okay.
All right, let's hear it.
Okay, my friend Alex was in the woods, and he kept hearing cock-a-doodle-doo, and he looked around for something that was making the sound, but it was actually Bigfoot, he realized, because that's the sound that Bigfoot makes. He looks and he finds these giant footprints, so he's following them, but the Bigfoot prints turn into small shoe prints, and the shoe prints lead to this little girl who's honking her nose, and she's asking for help in Morse code. So he reads the Morse code, and he realized that there was a giant car wreck, and she was a clown child, and all of her clown family are dead with green blood on the freeway.
Christ, that's not a conversation one has on speakerphone. Why
I
didn't you
told
warn me? Jesus.
Look, can you clean it up?
Yeah, I can do that. All right, I know what my job is.
But we need the blood, okay? We need the green blood.
All right. I don't ask questions.
Thank you.
All right. Hey, you on speakerphone.
Hello?
This isn't important. I'm looking for some location. All right, I'll jog your memory the best way I know how, all right?
Okay.
So, rumor has it you were out in the woods doing fuck God knows what all. And you hear cock-a-doodle-doo, and you look around and you instinctively knew it was Bigfoot because you're a freak. So you follow the tracks until you found a weird clown girl in the woods who was bleeding green blood because she was honking her nose from the car accident. And look, it's my job to go get the blood. So where the fuck is it?
Oh my God. Well, most of the clowns survived. So unfortunately, there isn't a lot of blood to go around.
But makes my job a little harder, but nothing we can't overcome.
Well, I guess Bobo's corpse is probably still out there, so I'll send you the location of the campsite.
All right.
You got the directions of where it is from the campsite, right? In the story I told you?
I most certainly did not. I don't ask questions. It's part of my policy. All right.
Okay, I'll send those directions too. Okay, bye.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Didn't think you were gonna see Johngle again, did you?
No, I did not.
No one ever expects Johngle or his dongles.
What did that have to? Oh, all right. Not gonna ask questions. Stay in care.
Yeah, you guys got it perfectly. Exactly.
I'm not gonna lie. I blacked out for the back half of what Max was saying, so I was like, I know there's keywords in here somewhere.
No, we missed. A lot was missed, but it's okay.
Well, I rushed, but I feel like I did pretty well, actually.
I think overall, you guys covered a decent bit, but a lot was lost. Like for each iteration, a decent bit was lost as well.
Almost like that's the way the game is designed to be played.
Yeah.
Hey.
I did have time to add in the gruesome mortification of Bobo's body.
Yeah, I didn't describe how horribly Bobo died. That was all Steve.
Yeah, he lost an arm at least. Oh my lord.
Jeez Louise.
Oh, amazing. Chat, how are you all doing? Anything exciting happening in the world of Chatland?
Dan, why did you call Johngle?
Okay, look. He's an influential man, and I was trying to make sure that he got off the bad path of becoming a clown because I knew he wanted to get out of the Dongle business.
Yeah, Dan is personal friends with Johngle and knew Johngle had dreams and aspirations of becoming a clown, so he called him to warn him.
You know what is funny? And this is not a joke. This is true. A conversation I literally had today. My sister is in her senior year of college, and she is legitimately taking a clown class right now.
Wow.
Nice.
Where I think it's like they're reading through a textbook called like The Art of the Inner Clown, and the professor and she hasn't figured out if it's a joke or not, but the professor has said they're going to send noses to everyone in the mail, and so she's right on taking a clowning class right
Honestly, if there was a clown class at our college, I probably would have tried to take it.
Yeah, I think so too. Except knowing our school, it would have been like the, pretentious Italian clowning and not that pure-blooded American clowning.
Yeah.
There was like a clowning workshop that was offered for a little bit.
Yeah, but that was a pretentious Italian clown who showed his genitals to everyone at the show and got people angry. But
Wow.
yeah, we're gonna unpack that story another time. But
Okay. Good hook.
Hook,
I'm full
line,
of them.
and squeaker.
Oh no!
That's all I got.
It's enough.
I needed a moment on that one. Chat, none of you told me how your week was, so I assume they were all terrible.
They were all
Or no news
mine-related.
is good news.
Yeah, don't make us bring the weak demon back.
We will.
We will do it, even though it's not the holiday season.
I mean,
The
that was.
demon takes no breaks.
I mean, that was really just a tale we told young chat, just to be able to, keep them up on their
But do we
toes.
think
But
they're old enough?
I don't know. They grow up so fast. Is the
Well,
problem.
the weak demon's out of the bag now.
Chat, we have something to tell you. Us, your 5 communal dads.
Yep.
The weak demon doesn't actually exist. We made it up to try to get you to tell us about your weeks more often.
Us 5 communion dads.
Communion dads?
Dad, your grasp of the English language never ceases to amaze
Well,
me.
sorry that word isn't in my Luxembourg or whatever that word is. Don't we got a game to play?
Yeah, we're gonna play the dating game.
Isn't it my Luxembourg?
Do you think we could get those T-shirts made and distributed to Luxembourg gift shops around the world? Also, I've just implied
English, so they wouldn't get it.
my bigger problem is that I said the Luxembourg gift shops around the world, implying that there are gift shops for Luxembourg around the world.
When you're driving,
Welcome to Topeka, Kansas. You can get a McRib at our Luxembourg Cafe souvenir shop.
Oh my god.
oh god.
All right, we're gonna play the dating game, which means I have to leave for once. Goodbye.
Get out
All
of
right.
here.
Hi, Dom.
Throwing you down the up escalator. It's gonna be a long process. All right.
Right, now that he's gone, let's play bullshit.
All right. Alex, you're hosting.
All right, I am hosting. So, everyone, we are playing the dating game, which means we are going to have 3 wonderful contestants for our bachelor and or bachelorette to try to woo. So, first, let's get. Wait, what's the order of the
Steve,
contestants?
Max, me.
Steve, Max, Dan. Okay, so first, let's get Steve. What is Steve? What's Steve? Steve is made of something. What is Steve made of?
And it can't be lungs.
Can't be lungs.
We already used that
He
one.
made of those, and they took them away from him.
Yes.
Ooh, they're coming.
Crabstar said made of lies, and that made me think of like you are the bachelor that must always lie.
One of us
Well-
must only tell the truth.
One
the other
bachelor
one
only
is
tells
not me.
lies.
Oh, wait, we should definitely do that at some point. One bachelor only lies, one bachelor only tells the truth,
But
and the
Fuck
third
it,
one
let's
is just
do it.
there,
the
Let's
third
do
one is
it.
just Dan's character.
We're doing it. We're doing
The third
it.
one
Okay,
is just
so,
Dan.
so Steve only tells lies, and Max only tells the truth. Now, Dan is going to be just something completely separate from those two concepts. So, Dan wants to go somewhere more than anywhere else in the world. Where would Dan really love to go?
Luxembourg.
The Topeka Luxembourg gift shop.
Jesus
There it
Christ.
is.
He'll immediately get it.
Luxembourg. See, the only problem is that's too easy. We can't do Luxembourg.
You want Dom not to get this.
Yeah. His neighbor's porch. Dan lives under his neighbor's porch.
Oh God.
Dan is the person from the riddle who just wants to get across the correct bridge and has to figure out which brother lies and which brother doesn't. Back to hell. Dan's originally from hell.
Oh, we're not doing the neighbor's porch? Oh man.
No, I like that you live under your neighbor's porch, Dan.
Jesus Christ, could you pick a longer title? All right, fine.
Dan's house is his neighbor. All right, so let's review. What are your bachelor characteristics?
I only tell good things.
Ooh. No. I only tell good things.
And I live under my neighbor's porch.
Right. There we go. All right, and welcome back to another episode of Keep 'em Guessing. I'm your host, Jeffrey, and today we've got 3 wonderful contestants and a lovely bachelor to hopefully woo one of these contestants. So, bachelor, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hey, thanks for having me. I'm just a man looking for love. Let's see a little about myself. My name is Chet, hard T, and I started off as a preschool teacher, but now I'm a kindergarten teacher, so I like to think of it as a little bit of a promotion, if you will. Hoping to hit 8th grade by the end of my tenure.
Oh, wow. A real seeker of knowledge, this one, folks. Well, why don't we move on to our contestants? Contestant number 1, why don't you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about you?
Hello, my name is also Chet. What a coincidence.
Wow.
And I just wanted to say that if you pick me, the door to your dreams is right behind me.
Oh.
Wow, really promising a lot, this one. Contestant number 2, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Excuse me. Hi, my name is Jonas, and unlike contestant number 1, I think that I could really show you the way forward. I really want to make a great life between the two of us, and that's the truth.
Wow.
Contestant number 2, putting it all out on the table. Contestant number 3, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi, my name's Carl. I'm just here because I heard they had free food. But as long as I'm here, there's no reason why we couldn't get relations on.
Carl is a down-to-the-earth kind of guy. All right, Bachelor, what do you have any questions for these contestants?
Oh, so many. Let's start with Chet. I'm gonna call you Chet number 2. Chet number 2, what do you think inspires you to get out of bed in the morning?
What inspires me to get out of bed in the morning is to help wearisome travelers find the correct path in their life. They come to me and contestant number 2, and I provide salvation.
Wow, that's beautiful. Speaking of contestant number 2, Jonas, was it?
That's right.
Jonas, are you an animal person?
Well, humans are animals, so in that way I am an animal person.
Wow. I don't know what that means, but it sounded really pretty. Contestant number 3. I don't remember your name.
Carl.
I didn't ask for it. I was just wondering, are you proud of where you came from?
Every dang day I'm proud of where I came from, but I'm more proud of where I ended up. You know, some people say that the bottom of the totem pole ain't too shiny, but I say pooey to them. They should try ripping up some of the floorboards to see what's underneath for its own beauty, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let's go back to Chet 2, or Chatui, as I've decided to start calling you. Chatui, if you could meet any person, alive or dead, who would you want to meet and have a conversation with?
Personally, if I would like to meet anyone that I have not currently met, it would probably be Chet 1.
Wow, so forward. In the good way. Cough, cough, Carl. Contestant number 2. Interesting. How do you feel about authority?
Could you say it again?
How do you feel about authority? Are you pro-authority, anti-authority?
You see, I operate on a different level of authority. Everything that I do has its own internal logic to it.
Wow.
Similar to contestant number 1, but extremely different at the same time. You should definitely come with me and not with him.
I see. Well, I think the way the rules are written, I can only pick one of you. I guess contestant number 3.
His name's Carl.
No, I know. Oh boy. If you had to make a really tough choice, how would you decide the best way to make that choice?
Oh, well, I guess one of the hardest choices I got is where I'm going to sleep every night, you know, because technically, you know, I have a house of my own, but I just think that places nearby are so much cozier, you know. It's a better living arrangement. So, you know, sometimes I'll spend it in the house that I pay money for, but sometimes I'll work on getting my squatter rights counter up. But you know, if that's something that maybe would deter you, or if you like the excitement, you know, I'm pretty sure they don't got a shotgun, so we could probably work something out if you want to go down the exciting route.
Oh, exciting indeed. I don't have any more questions.
All right. Well, contestants, we're going to give you just one final word for you to really show why you should be chosen by Chet. Contestant number 1, let's start with you.
I will offer you untold riches upon your soul, and even though you are clearly more involved with contestant number 3, I believe that the door to choose should be mine.
Oh.
Contestant number 1 making big promises. Contestant number 2, how about you?
Even though contestant number 2 would tell you the exact opposite, you should go on my door instead and not his. You see, he does not, he seeks to mislead you.
Contestant number 2 going after the other contestants. And contestant number 3, tell us a little bit about you.
Look, I'm pretty sure that the Wickersons have no idea. If anything, you could just think we're sort of outside Harry Potter. But I know you might be tempted to look at the top of the deck and draw the first fellas you do there. But I promise, if you look at the bottom of the deck, you'll find a pretty good King of Hearts.
Wow.
He's a card-carrying member of Romanticism. All right, Chet, it's time for you to decide just who are you going to choose.
Wow, I have so many thoughts and none of them feel even remotely cohesive. Oh boy, where do we begin? Well, you know, I have a tough time making decisions. Indecision's a real problem for me. So I don't think it'd be healthy to find myself in any kind of codependent situation, which is why I'm not going to be able to go with Chitui or contestant number 2, because I don't think I could get along with the personification of an angel and a devil on my shoulder working in tandem against me. But I do think that contestant number 3 offers some promising perspectives. I think the fact that they're a sacrifice monster for bigger and better monsters really shows that they're humble and down to earth. Or the fact that they're just a traveling gambler who occasionally squats in other people's houses. That, I like a man who's flexible.
I'll be flexible for you, babe.
You've heard it here first, folks. We found another great pair on Keep 'em Guessing. Tune in next. We hopefully are on air again and don't lose our funding.
See.
Oh
man.
We picked some fun ones for you.
First 0-3 in a while.
I caught it at the end there, and I was like, man, this really does feel like that shitty puzzle with the 2 people at the door. And I wish I had just committed to that feeling a little bit harder, because I really did have that feeling. I was like, man, this feels like that classic. Like, I don't know.
Steve was the contestant who always lies.
Yeah.
The contestant who can only tell the truth.
Yeah.
Dan just lived under his neighbor's porch.
Yeah.
The more I was thinking about it, right, is if they're my neighbor's porch, I have a house. Like, I was thinking about it, and I'm like,
you got that totally right.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing: if they weren't your neighbor, like if your house was their porch, they wouldn't be your neighbor.
Yeah, I would just be living under someone's porch. Yeah, that's what was throwing me off.
And then choose to live under your neighbor's porch.
Amazing. Truly inspirational.
I'm sorry I threw you off with the deck thing. I was trying to be
it's fine. Yeah. It all makes sense in hindsight,
yeah.
right? Perfectly 2020.
Of course, always.
Sacrifice
because you're like, I'm the bottom of the deck, baby, and it leads to better things up top. And I was like, oh, lots of card metaphors with the deck.
Oh, man.
I know, Yu-Gi-Oh's on the brain sometimes when we do this show. Also, there's an episode of Yu-Gi-Oh, and that's part of the reason it's there too. There's an episode of Yu-Gi-Oh where he has to do the shitty 2-door, the 2-door thing. So that was also there as well. My Venn diagram of what was happening. That was how I justified it all.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic!
Wow. Oh my goodness.
Oh, yikes.
Good.
Amazing.
Delicious.
So also, this is just some fun conversation to have. So part of what I do when I'm not on stream, like for that tournament, is I start browsing for cool new people we can go raid and exciting things. And I usually like to start in our own category. But unfortunately, the #1 person in streaming right now is a QAnon truther named The Indoctrination, which is just... Yeah, I was captivated. They were spent like most of the time just analyzing a picture of scaffolding from the inauguration. So if they weren't in follow only mode, I'd go from purely a spectacle, but we're not gonna do that. Anyways, how's everyone else doing?
Good.
What a fun time.
Not really.
I got a new Vidya game this week.
Ooh.
It's in early access on Steam. It's a roguelite slot machine game called
Those are good words.
Luck Be a Landlord, and you basically just keep adding symbols to a slot machine to try to make money so you can pay the ever increasing rent on your apartment, and so you're trying to defeat capitalism with gambling. And
Are you trying to win on the slot machines, or are you trying to make a slot machine that other people play and lose on so that you make
You're trying to make the slot machine and then win on it to win the money so that way you can pay your rent.
Wow.
I saw him play it. It's pretty cool.
And I have
It's
a
a
question.
roguelike.
Yeah, it's fun.
Dan, I have a question for you, and I don't mean this to be an insult. It's a genuine question.
How
Is
dare
your-
you?
Because knowing what I know of some of your other favorite games, is your video game aesthetic makeable in Mario Paint? Because I feel like all of the video games you play could be recreated in Mario Paint.
I mean, what other game other than that one? I mean, it's pixel art.
Lisa? No, but like there's a very specific style of pixel art that this game is that like, I don't know. Just curious.
It might be just a coinky dinky instead of a super dinky.
Mhm.
I started playing a little bit of chess today.
Oh, that's a new
Never
one.
heard of that video
I heard
game.
that one's in early access too, isn't it?
There's this website chess.com that has a it just like
Wow. What
Yeah,
do they do there?
a little bit of everything.
Oh.
It's mostly just porn.
Oh.
Chess.com.
That's right, and you can just play against computers. So that's mainly what I've been doing. But it's fun.
Yeah.
Hey, on lit chess, is that just chess versus a lich? This is someone who has insurmountable amount of time to play chess.
Maybe
No,
it's
thank you.
maybe
I
it's
have searched through every corridor of every dungeon to unlock the secrets of immortality so that I may become the ultimate chess master.
maybe it's
You've
a
just
typo.
described an anime villain right there. That's all you've done.
Maybe it's a typo and it's supposed to be Lil Chess, like a rapper.
It's a good guess, Dan.
It's a good
Or
chess
lay
game.
chess, and it's actually just chess for French people.
It's a French website. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or leeches!
It's just chess for blood-sucking people.
Damn.
I'm
Or
going
locks.
I think
Alright.
it's just a website where you panic about leeches.
We don't want. That's the thing. We don't want an explanation because once we get an explanation, we have to stop making bad jokes about it.
Yep.
It's true. It's true. It's true.
True.
Oh.
Speaking of bad jokes, and this isn't actually a transition.
Oh.
My friend said that they were watching, and they were asking for
Better jokes.
no instances of like things, like events that happen for a drinking game. So like when X happens, drink. And
Oh,
I
for
said
our
whenever,
show?
yeah, for our show. And I was like, oh, whenever we make a bad joke, take a drink.
No, please don't do that. Please, no, you'll die. No,
We're
please.
spaghetti against the wall stream, all right? You do not want to die.
And I told them specifically for this game that's coming up, they're going to have a tough time.
So it was a transition, you
You
bastard.
lied to us. That's
was
like
Where's the one
That's-
that only lies?
that's like when the TV show is like, this is a story of how I die, and then the character doesn't die, and they're like, JK, I make it out at the end, and you're like, don't narrate for me from beyond the grave unless you're dead. Damn it. It's not clever, it's frustrating.
I'm tired of these untruthful characters narrating. Orson Welles can shit on a stick for making Citizen Kane and making it popular.
Pretty sure he dies in Citizen Kane.
Yeah, but it's like the untrusted
untrustworthy.
narrator. That was what they
The
popularized.
real theory is Holden Caulfield dead in The Catcher in the Rye.
Hold on, are we not gonna pause on untrusty narrator?
Max, you can read about it in the International Luxembourg gift shop.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go on to our next game, which is Swipe Right, as Max so beautifully teed up for us.
Unreliable is the word.
Yeah, there we go. Film major. And what we're gonna need for this game is just a whole bunch of nouns. If you've got nouns, we need them.
What's a noun, Dom?
A noun is a person, place, or thing.
What kind of nouns do we need, though?
Oh, that's what you're asking. Right. We need the kind of nouns that you can only get from craft stores, or noun stores, as I like to call them. They're in the noun aisle. They're very fluffy. They're very colorful, and they come in these big bundles. Sometimes they're wrapped with twine. Anyways, you need to go get your noun needles so that you can collect all of these nouns and bring them together. And then using your noun needles, you can start to weave together new and more complex nouns. And by the end of it, and 6 months, and then 8 months to redo the 6 months of work, you get a beautiful noun that's no longer seasonally relevant to which the noun project you started in. And if you're really good, you do a basic pattern. And if you're not good but want a lot of points online, you weave it into a pattern of something that's nerdy and franchisable, and then people recognize that as a more strategic talent. And that's how you, that's what those the nouns we're looking for.
Wouldn't you say every store is a noun store in a way?
No, that's ridiculous.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay. Well, here we are in the Tinderverse.
How many shots in this bit?
The
All right.
Tinderverse.
In the 90-day universe.
The 90-day universe? Wow. Full circle. We're gonna go with jelly beans to start off with. Jelly beans.
A date with me is like jelly beans, because they could be good or they could be really awful.
A date with me is like jelly beans. You wonder why they even make kinds like this.
A date with me is like the jelly beans, really popular in the Reagan era.
A date with me is like jelly beans. If you just hold your nose, you realize this is the same exact thing every time.
A date with me is like jelly beans. Does anyone really ever ask for them?
All right, let's do a date with me is like a tsunami.
A date with me is like a tsunami. Devastating.
A date with me is...
A date with me is like a tsunami. I make waves.
Date with me is like a tsunami. Big in Japan.
A date with me is like a tsunami. I ruin the local ecosystem.
A date with me is like a tsunami. Usually, I'm so suffocating that you say that you can't breathe.
A date with me is like a tsunami. You can see me coming a mile away, and it's caused by a big fault of mine. All right, we'll go ahead and do sandpaper. A date with me is like sandpaper.
A date with me is like sandpaper because I'm smooth.
A date with me is like sandpaper because I will always go against the grain.
A date with me is like sandpaper. I just rub people the wrong way.
A date with me is like sandpaper, can be found in a shed.
A date with me is like sandpaper. You need some grit.
Oh. All right, we'll move right along.
Hitting sandpaper lore.
A date with me is like sandpaper. It's two things that you didn't think would be together.
Let's go ahead and do a date with me is like a padlock.
A date with me is like a padlock because you wish you had a key to my heart, but that's not how padlocks work, I think.
A date with me is like a padlock. It all starts when I give you my numbers.
Oh, a date with me is like a padlock. It gets turned on pretty easily.
A date with me is like a padlock. I haven't seen one since middle school.
A date with me is like a padlock. Any way you do it, it's the wrong combination.
A date with me is like a padlock. Eventually you forget about it, and then the police show up to me with bolt cutters.
Yeah, a date with me is like a padlock. Pretty easy to break. Let's move on to our next one, which is a date with me is like a pyramid.
A date with me is like a pyramid because I've got this wonderful little business idea that I think you'd be really interested in. Just give me a couple minutes of your time.
A date with me is like a pyramid, supposedly unable to be made by a human.
A date with me is like a pyramid because I'm a pretty great geezer.
A date with me is like a pyramid because we'll go fair. Oh.
A date with me is like a pyramid because I know you'll just leave early and then I'll get Egypt.
A date with me is like a pyramid. On the outside, it feels mysterious and vague. On the inside, you realize it's just an abandoned, dead graveyard.
Date with me is like a pyramid because all of them are missing a point.
A date with me is like a pyramid. The most interesting thing I have to say is about geometry.
A date with me is like a pyramid. You think the stars have aligned, but really I just left out some information.
A date with me is like a pyramid. It actually looks bigger up close.
A date with me is like a pyramid. I can only get one with people that just broke out of prison.
Lots of layers of that one. Like a pyramid. We're gonna do
Pyramids have layers.
Oh, the Halloween special we never got. Let's do a gift card.
A date with me is like a gift card. Half-assed.
A date with me is like a gift card. Well, it's one trip to Starbucks.
A date with me is like a gift card. Not thoughtful.
A date with me is like a gift card. If you want the fancy version, you got to spend $6.
A date with me is like a gift card. Convenient when you just gotta have one.
A
Date with me is like a gift card because you forgot and you need something quick.
A date with
Date with me is like a gift card. If it's worth $500, they're probably trying to steal from you.
A date with me is like a gift card because there's technically not a price tag on it, so you get really excited, but then the more you look into it and you actually try to use it, you realize there's not that much money on it, and then you're really disappointed because you thought that there could be more by the promise of it existing.
A date with me is like a gift card. Honestly, better than a gift you were going to return.
A date with me is like a gift card. My kids always make it shitty.
All right, we'll do the last one. MCQ, this is for you. Good suggestion. A date with me is like Cinderella. Date with me is like Cinderella.
Date with me is like Cinderella. I have a thing for feet.
A date... Oh, never mind.
Oh, no.
Let's see. A date with me is like Cinderella. It's always running late.
A date with me is like Cinderella, because when the clock strikes midnight, I turn into a whole other animal.
A date with me is like Cinderella because the girls always seem to be running away from the balls.
A date with me is like Cinderella. Well, you ain't no Prince Charming.
A date with me? Oh, no, I can't say it. Never mind. I'm not going to say that one.
A date with me is like Cinderella. I definitely lied on my profile.
A date with me is like Cinderella. Definitely not just interested in the two sisters.
Alrighty, I think we'll call that one there. Always remember, you have to live with yourself after you play this game. So
Yeah. I was going to make a stepmom joke and decided not.
No, probably right. Probably a good choice. The implied joke is usually funnier in that case.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah. Well, we're rolling along here. Things are happening. Jokes are being made. We got friends.
Enjoying it? Are you? Tell the truth. Are you really?
Wait a minute.
Text in now if how excited you are. Type 1 if you're very excited. Type 2 if you're moderately excited. Type 3 if you're both very excited and moderately excited. There are no more options.
Oh.
Wait a minute. Was one of the ones we did gift card?
Yeah.
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 Were we imagining like a Target gift card or like
Yeah.
a card that's a gift?
Oh my God, Max!
Oh, Max.
Target gift card, Max.
Oh, that makes more sense. I was
What,
doing
Max? What?
He was doing a card that is a gift.
Oh my God.
you know, like when you're like, "Happy birthday, here's a card."
And you make fun of my Luxembourg? Jesus Christ,
Oh,
this is ridiculous.
Okay, this reminds me of there's this game that we play that's called Think and Sync, and it's actually a really good game where you get it's you and one other person, and there's a third person who's dictating, and the dictating person gives a category and then says a prompt, and the two people are trying to say the same word at the same time. It's a good game. So you'd be like, category is movie, and then it'd be like movie with Ryan Gosling or something, and then you'd be like 3, 2, 1, and you try and both say the same thing. Anyways, there's this one time where we were playing where it was holidays was the category, and the prompt was holidays kids love, right? So you'd be like Christmas, Halloween, something like that.
Yeah.
When I heard it, I heard holidays possessive kids possessive s love. So child's love that belongs to a holiday. So I said chocolate, even though my partner said Christmas. It's just this weird game where you have to listen to what the person says and immediately interpret it. And technically, I didn't interpret it wrong.
Yes, you did.
You
definitely did. When I heard him just go chocolate, I lost it. Like, what are you doing, man?
Oh, this was recent.
Yeah, this was like a week ago. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
this is
thought
like a
this
week
was
ago.
like max 10 years ago.
No, this is a week
Sorry.
ago.
This is last week.
Oh, wow.
We just got this game. We were saying that we should play it on stream because it's a lot of fun, but it
Is
might
it
be weird
not
with
just
lag.
mind melds categories? Is that what it is?
Mind meld, but
Yeah.
with extra steps.
It's essentially, except there's like
Yeah.
a category and then there's like subcategories in it.
Got it,
I mean,
got
but
it.
that's essentially what it is.
Cool. Very cool. Very cool. Maybe one day we'll do a mind meld stream chat where we'll play mind meld.
I feel like that's not very entertaining to watch, but we can try it anyways.
Yeah. Maybe we'll do it as a
on
warm
a
up
24-hour stream.
Yeah. Maybe we'll do one as a warm up one time, just so you all can see what it looks like.
Ooh, okay, yeah.
That could be fun, right? Amazing. Also, Max, you got referred to as fair hair, and I think that's hysterical. We're gonna move on to our next game, which is a game called Judge Judy Executioner. Don't say anything. We're going in there. All right. So the way that this game works, what we're going to need from the chat is we're gonna need something worth fighting over. What's something? I lied. That's not what we need. That's the other game. We're gonna need something really annoying that people in your everyday life do. Something pretty minuscule that really can be a pet peeve of yours. Just go ahead and give us things that people have done that have personally wronged you in the past. Things of that nature. Yeah, things like that. And what we're going to need from you additionally is not another thing, because we have gotten our suggestions ahead of time from our Discord. So thank you all for submitting some lovely evidence. Dan, I'll let you go ahead and pick whatever you like.
Alrighty. Let's see what you got there, chat. What'd you bring into the class?
John
Alright.
Galt, that's horrifying.
Saying excuse me after getting in my way. I like that too. Changing the bidet direction. Oh god, so it shoots down towards the floor?
No, it comes up from the front and hits you.
Oh.
It just washes your mouth.
Oh!
All right, moving right along.
What's the prompt? We need something that someone has wronged you in the past.
What was the question?
Maybe, youngster Jazz, if you weren't dead ass asleep from playing Fortnite all night, you damn Gen Z.
Whoa!
You would,
Whoa!
and I would know that because I'm dating your father, and I spent the night.
This is taking a weird lore turn, and I don't like it. Steve, strike that from the wiki. I don't want it.
Oh god.
Let the record reflect that this has been struck from the wiki.
Dan is not Youngster Jazz's father.
No, I'm just
Mother-in-law.
dating youngster Jazz's father. It's not
Right.
serious
Yeah.
yet.
Not yet.
Yeah. Let's see. Do you guys see any that are good? That shall work.
Having the wrong hair color.
Chewing with mouth open, or clipping toenails, or.
Oh, for some reason, you saying those in quick succession made me think of someone chewing their toenails.
Fun fact: there used to be a show that was like it was like a dare show on Nickelodeon, where all the Nickelodeon stars would get together and have to do gross dares. And I threw up one time watching it because they ate toenails. So
Oh man.
I was like 7, to be fair. And then we weren't allowed to watch that show anymore. But yeah,
Licking all the ice cubes and putting them back.
perfect.
All right,
God.
perfect. Thank you, JMLD, for a suggestion of that. All right, here we go. All right, order in the court, everybody, order. Now look, I really need to get home. I left 3 pot pies in the oven that I put in for 3 times the amount of time that it said for one of them. I only realized halfway through that that is a bad idea. So I need to get home, so let's get this started. As we can see, we have the defendant up on the witness stand who has allegedly licked all of the ice cubes and put them back for other people to consume. Prosecution, I know we've been at this for 13 weeks already, but this is the last day you got because that oven's been going for a while. So take it away. The floor is yours.
Right. Thank you, Your Honor. And personally, I want to say that I think that 3 chicken pot pies in the oven is a fantastic idea. Now, moving right along to our final day of questioning, my defendant is now on the witness stand. Do you have anything you'd like to say for yourself?
Yes, I would like to say I am of the not guilty.
All right. Short, sweet, and to the point. Well, I guess I should follow suit. See, the defendant is saying that he is not guilty of the crime of licking ice cubes and putting them back into the tray. Now, we will see for our very selves if that is in fact the case. Now, I would like to move right along to my first piece of evidence, which I do believe will set up something that will show how wrong he is. Now, sir, this photo was taken directly out of your wallet. Can you please tell the courtroom why it was in your wallet?
Well, I am not allowed near the Full House set anymore. I have a outstanding warrant for my arrest for this case, and if I go anywhere within 500 meters of the Full House residence, which is a real house, I found that out. I will be arrested.
Mm-hmm. Right.
This
And
is
where
a
do you think
reminder for me.
where do you think your obsession with Full House first started?
Oh, I wouldn't call it an obsession. I more so wanted to just find out if it was a real place or not, and it was.
Right. Do you think that this need for home that is simulated on TV in situation comedies could possibly be telling of a larger tale of your ineptitude to respect the home?
Well, you sound a lot like my mother right now. But I will have you know I am an accomplished businessman.
Oh, truly. And what do you business?
I business dongles.
I see. Excuse me. This is first. We should just have you state your name for the record.
Yes, I think you're a bad lawyer. You didn't start with this. My name is Johngle, and I sell dongles.
Wait, you're the
Right.
John Gull?
Yes, I am John Gull, the person who murdered 15 clowns the other day.
But it should be noted that that is not going to be what we are talking about today. And Your Honor, I will not have this courtroom be set off course by this new improvement or this new followment that he's murdered clowns. That's not what I meant.
Yeah, don't worry. Look, whatever happened to the Miss Abilities, the milkman, the paper... I don't know, sorry. All right, look, since clown death doesn't matter, let's just move on and keep addressing the ice cubes, okay?
Right. Now, I would like to move to my second piece of evidence that I have prepared for the wonderful and distinguished guests of this courtroom. Now, this is John Gold. You call you call yourself a businessman. Is that correct?
Yes, I don't know where you got this picture from, but it was a prototype stage. We did not get to production.
Right. So you make dongles, right? Which I thought initially was simply for smartphones to be able to connect to headphone jacks.
No, a dongle, as represented by the dictionary, is any intermediary device between two other devices which you can use to connect and thus amplify.
Is that some sort of acronym?
No.
All right. It seems like wasted potential. However, so you, just to wrap my mind around this, made a dongle for a Healy wheel to a croc?
Yes. We were thinking of expanding our market influence into footwear, specifically women's footwear, and we thought that this would be the best course of action based on our community surveys.
Mm-hmm. And you don't see anything that is fundamentally wrong with making two shoes and attempting to put them together. Now, in my mind, a Healy is one thing, and a Croc is another, and it's an abomination to attempt to put the two together.
Well, I would counter that point with I am a businessman. I make abominations to sell to people. That is my business product.
If you found that it would be profitable to lick ice cubes and put them back, would you do so?
Well, I mean, purely hypothetically, if it were to make a profit.
So it seems clear that your morals do not tie in any way to your business dealings. That's correct?
Well, my morals do not tie into my business dealings. As the record can reflect, I have murdered clowns, and I have...
that was unrelated to your business, however, or was it not?
I have extensively bribed the police and fire departments.
I don't understand how any of those things have to do with your business dealing, however.
Well, it's how I sell dongles, you see. I got a sweet deal with the fire department to replace all the fire hydrants on a yearly quota so that they would require new dongles every year and thus increasing our user flow.
Wait a minute. All those people who died at the hospital, did you have something to do about that too?
Well, technically, because dongles are an intermediary, we were not responsible for the fire, though the court can reflect there may have been some advancing of time which the dongles help to increase so that the fire people cannot help.
Well, fire, yes, but I also heard that EKG machines could not be hooked up to people until the requisite materials were...
Look, we don't need to talk about these soft crimes. We're here for the hard stuff,
Excuse
all right?
me.
Look, my pot pies, they're not getting any lighter, if you know what I mean. So let's move this
Yes,
along.
sir. Yes, sir.
You might want to put some ice cubes on those. I heard They are quite tasty.
Oh yeah. Oh, good idea. Good aside that has nothing to do with anything. Prosecution, please.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'm sorry. This will be all finished up quite quickly. With this final piece of evidence that is my ace in the hole. See, I've been waiting years to show this evidence to you, sir, and to the distinguished guests of this court. Now, John, should I call you John or Mr. Gull?
I would prefer Mr. Gull/John.
Sure, Mr. Gull/John. This is it likely is a tormented image of your past. Is that correct?
Yes, I would frequently frequent the office break room dressed as a ghost so that my employees would not notice I was stealing tea bags.
Right. And what did you do with those tea bags?
I made tea in my personal home from things that I have written off as business expenses.
And what do you do with that tea once it is brewed?
Well, I drink it. You see, it's all part of my money laundering scheme.
Now, remember that you are under oath via threat of perjury. And if you lie with this next question, you will be put under higher penalty of law. You
Not
understand
necessarily, but...
Do you understand?
I believe I do. I did kind of black out for a second. Just continue.
Have you ever made ice cubes with that tea?
Have I ever made the ice cubes? No. Have I put ice cubes in my tea because I made it too hot? Yes, and I have had to try them beforehand.
Is there ever a time where you tried them and then realized that you took out too many ice cubes?
I take out as many ice cubes as I want.
Well, distinguished guests of the jury, I believe that I have done great work here, showing the truth and outing this man as not just an abomination to business practices and to our society, but to ice cubes everywhere. Please vote on your heart.
Do I get to say something now?
Yeah, what you got?
Let the record reflect I never said I licked the ice cubes. I said I put them in my tea and I put them back.
All right, well, it is up to you, the jury, to make your discretion. Even though that the prosecution said to vote with your heart, I'm going to need you to vote with the little screens in front of you to actually get this going. So right now, type in 1 for guilty and 2 for not guilty. You are the jury, so now you get to do this. And we're not going to have any last-minute run-ins. I don't want to see someone come in with new evidence. If anything, probably most of the ice has already melted by now, but that will be all right.
How are your cooked valuables, my judge?
Well, as I'm still here, I wouldn't know. But as far as I can tell, hopefully my dog woke up to turn the oven off. But we'll see. All right.
Wonderful.
So just keep them coming in. We got to make sure we got all 12 jurors, and don't be too angry. We just got to pass the time.
That's funny.
I'm not concerned. I've never lost a case.
Oh, well.
I've lost hundreds.
On which side? On which side, Johngle?
Yes.
Oh. Okay, well, I thought I recognized you. The fact that I also didn't know your name until today is disturbing, but it looks like the jury has voted, and let's just say if the jury were a state, wouldn't be no swing state. As it turns out, the jury has said that the defendant is not guilty.
Wait, what?
Not guilty of all charges. They're free to go and gain full immunity for any other murders that they have also committed.
Wonderful.
In This is a crocodile court. What? On what? On whose authority?
You don't call me a crocodile. You
I would like to call you various other fantastical and non-fantastical animals.
Oh yeah, give me 3 more. Give me 3 more that you'd want to call me.
You're scaly like a dragon.
Yeah.
You're hairy like a dog.
Yeah.
And you're smelly like a cat.
Well, only the last 2 were true, you son of a bitch. I gotta go get my pot pies. Court is adjourned.
I've never lost a court.
Welcome, Cold Town. It's a crocodile court, and I'm crying kangaroo tears over it.
Hey, we had 2 raids during that game.
Yeah,
We
welcome.
did.
Oh,
We
wow.
did.
Hey, Cold Town TV.
Welcome, friends. Welcome, friends. We are showing to live. We're a weekly comedy improv stream doing the make-em-ups based on chat suggestions. And we have one more game this evening before we call it a night. So we're going to play just one more. We're going to call it Bartender. So what we need from the chat is literally any word. Whatever word you're feeling in your heart of heart, open up that little door. Whatever word is inside, pluck it out. And while you're still beating and before the blood no longer can reach your brain, tell us that word in chat. We'll sing about it for you. Now, I should warn you, Cold Town was just doing freestyle rap. We're not that great at rhyming, so don't expect that.
Oh my! You think Johngle will be disavowed by this?
Jesus Christ.
I like the word flash drive. Thank you, Cold Town. This is the bartender. Oh, that's not how this game works at all, is it?
I was wondering
You know
where you
what?
were going with that.
We'll figure it out from there. Everyone else go, and we'll make it work.
We're doing bartender?
We're gonna pick multiple words. Yeah, we're still doing bartender.
Okay.
We're gonna pick multiple
All
words,
right.
though.
Another day at the bar. I really hope that it doesn't catch fire like it did last week. The firemen took so long to put it out. I wonder what's going on with them. Oh, man.
Hey, Mr. Bartender.
Hey, how's it going? I get you anything?
Hi, yeah, well, I mean, yeah, I've got life problems.
Oh, well, let me hear 'em.
Oh, wouldn't you know, I've been working hard at my lard. I just hired a couple new folks, but turns out they are really just egg yolks.
Oh, man, I hate it when that happens, but I got something for you. Oh, you got new hires. That is very true, but I have some advice that is for you. It's what's said you need to walk with legs, but you also can't make an omelet without cracking some eggs. So, get them out of there.
You're right, I'm gonna go crack some skulls.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Go for that.
All right. Thank you, bartender.
No problem. As long as I say goodbye and I play the music really loud, I have full deniability. Do 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 do.
Hey,
Oh, hey, what's up? How's it hanging? You want another apple teeny?
no, I'm not really in the mood to drink. I'm too sad.
Oh, well, why don't you apple teeny tell me, huh?
Okay. Oh, it's been pretty hard. It's been pretty rough. I just can't keep track of my stuff. Now I can't help but feel like I'm not alive because I lost my super important flash drive.
Oh, man. That's gotta be the worst. But I got something for you. Oh, old-timey technology isn't the best. All the stuff that you have to have on your desk, it's not great, and it's really loud, so you really should back everything up to the cloud.
Oh, that's what that is.
Yeah, it's a flash drive in the sky.
Oh, so like vaping?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'll go try that out.
All right, go. Yeah, you got it. Bye.
Bye.
Jesus Christ, these damn vaping kids that keep opening these apple teenies. I can't keep up with the demand.
Hey, barkeep.
Hey!
Mind if I hide out here for a few?
Yeah, no problem. I've hidden from people before. Who are you hiding from?
Well, it's funny you should ask. Oh, it's my perfect day. I'm gonna marry my new wife. I'm gonna go and have a perfect life. But a tiny problem. It really is stressing. The mother-in-law hates my Italian dressing.
Oh, God. You know, that's the one thing you need the approval from the mother-in-law is that dressing.
Yeah, they're Polish. My family's
Oh.
Italian. It's like a mini World War II up in here.
All right, I got this. Oh, your stepmother doesn't like your Italy. It's really bad. It's a big pity. So I should say you should try to cook something else. Here, I'll give you my cookbook.
Food, the universal bringer
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
Just like it ended World War II.
Yeah, you
Perfect,
got it.
barkeep.
But
I'm
don't-
going back to the wedding venue.
All right. Oh, jeez. That was going to be a present for my wife, but the things you do. The things you do.
Oh boy.
Hey, you want another apple teeny? I'm really out if you want one, but
I've been working on some greetings. I don't know. But people just aren't responding to me.
do you want to try one out or
Yeah. Sup, pet?
yeah, it's not good.
Okay, well, let me start from the beginning. Oh, I think I'm a pretty friendly fellow, but instead of just saying hello, I like saying things like sup, pet, but people just walk by. They treat me like I'm a pet.
Oh, well, see, when you call people pet, they might treat you like a pet. I got
Sorry,
you like
they
this.
treat me like a muppet. A muppet.
A muppet.
That's what I said.
A pet of
Yeah.
the hand. Gotcha.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
I got this for you. Oh, if you want people to treat you with respect, you gotta go out to get what you can get. Why don't you go and give them a little sing and call them something nice? Maybe like King. And then they'll call you King, and then you're just kings.
Can I
that are-
try?
Yeah.
Hey, King.
Sup, King? You dropped this. Now get out of
Oh.
my bar.
What? I dropped my wallet? Oh no. Bye.
All right. I guess that's everybody. Everywhere you look, everywhere's a heart, is a heart. Leave on to.
Credits roll. Amazing.
Oh, wow.
Well, that's our show. Come back next week for more shenanigans. Thank you so much to all of the raiders and to all of the people who stuck around from those raids. Pretty cool to see so many different improv groups here on Twitch at the same time. So glad to see that community is thriving. And let's keep it going. If anyone ever has anyone in the future that they're interested in us rating or checking out for promoting potentially, go ahead and put those in our friends thing in our Discord. And join our Discord if you want to have some fun times. Anyways, come back Tuesday for more shenanigans, and then come back Thursday for our next installment of Show and Tell Live does ASMR. And then come back again every Friday for more of our fun goodness here. We're going to raid someone who is called, their name is Jack in the Way. Pretty cool person. So they do a lot of hip hop, and they're making music right now, which is pretty cool. And they're someone we actually went to college with, who had a pretty cool little music career, and they're just continuing on it each and every day. So yeah, they're incredibly nice, incredibly humble person, and I believe this is their first week on Twitch. So if we can get them to over 50 followers so they can become an affiliate, I think that'd be a huge
Give them
service.
love.
that'd be
Give
fun.
them
Let's do it.
love.
Let's go give them some show and tell love. And all right, let's go. Thanks everyone for being here. Also, Stab Comedy is doing is doing another show at 9 o'clock their time, and I believe that's Sacramento. So I don't know what that translates to. But if you're looking for more
Midnight.
improv tonight, go check out Stab Comedy because they're doing another show. Unless I'm completely wrong, but check them out anyways.
They're in
I mean,
chat. They can correct us.
Yeah, you can feel free to correct us. But before we end, before we go say hi to our friend Jack in the way, how do we end every single stream week after week, Alex, without fail?
Every single stream, every time. We end them by acting like, saying expressions that normally include animals, but saying the wrong animals.
Right, of course.
Mhm.
Of course.
All right.
Maybe when birds fly.
Yeah, okay.
Absolutely.
I
mean, I've had a cow in a blanket
just-
before.
That was my.
Stop
my
treating me like a
dinosaur.
turtle on a leash.
I mean,
That's all.
don't look a gift llama in the mouth, am I
I
right?
tell you what.
I mean,
Goldfish, they remember.
I got a blanket because it's
Sure.
an eight cow and a half night.
Mine like one.